Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining another webinar, exciting webinar on why and how you should use partner marketing to drive lead generation. Joined us today by Affise, a couple of colleagues there. While we're kicking off the webinar, feel free to put in the chat box where you're coming from today. I can tell you we have a few continents here, probably from all around the world, but it would be good to hear in the chat box of where you're coming from. Hopefully also the weather is pretty good on your end. I can tell you that on my end, we have a pretty stormy weather. And but hopefully you've got a sunny weather on your end. Maybe Rafa, you have a good weather there. I'm not sure.
Not really, but that's fine.
But yeah, it will be good to see which countries kind of we have represented. Hi, Enrique from Barcelona. Others, please don't shy away. Apparently Enrique says it's pretty sunny on his end, so that's good to hear. We got MWC Barcelona, I believe next week, and I think Affise will be there as well. So in the case anybody would love to catch Affise and some of the colleagues that will be there. Anna Lopez from Berlin, Tom from the UK, and it's raining, it's always raining, Tom, in the UK. I lived there for over decades, so Deborah from Portugal and others as well. So it's good to see that we have different continents represented. Many more folks going to be probably joining in. We already have a good crowd here. So let's maybe kick off a bit with what we're expecting today. So on the agenda, we've got to do a bit of intro, who the hell we are. Then we're going to go over to sort of what challenges and needs do agencies have nowadays. So we also have a lot of agencies here in the crowd, so we're going to cover that in a bit. Then looking at number 3, so how starting your own maybe partner program helps you to beat the challenges and fulfill the needs. That we're also going to cover some automation and fraud prevention as well, which is paramount, and I believe the latest article on that, which always comes to mind, is the Uber article, where where you can probably read that online on Google. You can find that on around kind of ad fraud prevention and stuff like that. Quite a good article there. And then naturally a Q&A in the end. So feel free to ask us any questions. Raphael, Mikhail, myself, specifically about partner marketing, maybe data, anything that you may like, feel free to already pop in the Q&A now or later, and then we're gonna cover that. So without further ado, skipped a bit too excited, I guess, on my end. So let me cover myself. So Frank Sanders, I'm the Senior Vice President here at Whatagraph. I look after our client partnerships and growing that. We're essentially a platform that aggregates marketing channel data. Then we beautifully visualize that instantly and provide various capabilities such as reporting on top of that, live dashboard, etc. We've been around for 6 years. We're a Dutch business, and agencies really love our products. We have a ton of those as our clients. And yeah, so that's a bit about us. If you have any questions about that, please do let me know. Otherwise, over to you, Rafa.
Sure. I have been with Affise like since February now. My team is responsible for sales in Europe, Latin, US, and I have been working in the digital industry now for over 15 years with some big tech companies back in Brazil, and now moved myself to Germany as well to work in a startup, and then I start working in this is a startup world.
Where in Germany?
10 years. In Berlin as well. Berlin. That's nice. Actually is more sunnier than Brazil right now. So it's now in Brazil.
Well, it's the summertime in Europe now. It's the best time, I would say, probably of the year.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. People call me crazy when sometimes I switch, but like it's I miss Berlin. Yeah, so I'll be going back there to enjoy the sun.
In February for the carnival in Brazil.
Oh yes, absolutely, no, for sure. And also the carnival in Germany is also good as well. So
yes, true.
It's different. It's totally different, but like it's also good.
Yeah. Mikhail, over to you.
Yep. So I'm a country manager at Affise China, building a company in China from square one, and I've been bringing digital products to Chinese market from 2015, I believe. Mm-hmm. So, and since 2019, I'm providing Chinese customers with a top-notch software, performance software.
And I guess, Mikhail, you also speak Chinese, right?
Yes, I do. I do speak Mandarin.
Yeah, myself actually, you also used to live in China for a very short time in a place called Jinan. So that's a fun fact there. Fantastic. So, Rafa, I know you have a tiny presentation prepared for us that we would love to have a look at. So what I'm going to do now, Rafa, is going to hand over the reins over to you to kind of talk through the topic that we have for today. And
actually,
challenge you, that which is our job here on the webinar.
Awesome.
Yes.
But actually, we are going to split between me and Michael. So Michael will start, and then I'm going to finalize.
Yeah. So Michael, apologies. So let me then give you the control of the presentation over to you. Give me a sec. Here we go. So Michael, you should have the control of the presentation now.
Yep, I do. All right. So let's speak partner marketing or affiliate marketing, as I'm used to calling it. So affiliate marketing is basically a popular tactic to drive sales and generate leads or generate online revenue, basically. It's extremely beneficial for both brands and agencies. Sometimes we refer partner marketing or affiliate marketing to the new push towards less traditional marketing tactics. If you Google or research some statistics, you'll see that more than 80% of brands use affiliate marketing right now. And more than 5% of publishers, so guys who have traffic, leverage power of affiliate marketing. And those numbers increase every year. Moving to the partner program. So partner program is a type of performance-based marketing in which business rewards one or more partners for each visitor, customer, sale, install those partners can bring. Basically, it's an offer to promote a product on a performance base. So let's look how it works. Here on the right, you can see like a basic visual idea of how affiliate program works. So here, downside, we have a partner program, which records all the online activity. And on the top side, we have a partner or a publisher, anyone who can provide you with some ads. So this guy on the top puts some ads or to his website, blog, whatever. Then client clicks on this ad. Customer clicking on the ads, going straight to the partner program, which can record a particular action from this ad. And then partner program, which is controlled by the brand or agency, will confirm whether this sale install was legit, and then those partners receive money. So we can say that sometimes affiliate program or partner marketing is almost like a risk-free opportunity for brand or agency to drive sales, because you pay only for real actions, for real customers, those who have been proved by the partner program or tracking system you use. But there are some tricky questions we'll talk about in a while.
And are the most popular sort of, I would say, commercial terms? Because I know there are different ones, but what would you say are the most popular ones?
You mean what performance actions or commercial terms in like time frames?
Is it based on transactions and the attribution windows in such cases and stuff like that? So maybe what are the kind of most popular, I would say, setups that there are?
I'd put it like that. It's like anything in business. It's anything you can agree on with your partner. So usually they work on traditional CPC, CPM, CPI, CPS, and whatsoever for any action there. With attribution windows, in Europe, it's sometimes around 30 days. In China, sometimes it's once you're online, once you're off the website, the attribution window closes. So it may differ, yeah. But it's anything you can agree on with your partner, but for sure you should look at the market and as somebody offering to promote your product on the market, you should consider the competition.
I got it. And so you're talking about negotiating. So is that something you can do within the platform itself? So say partner, somebody, so is it something that I do within Affise as a platform?
Within Affise, you can set some terms you offer to your partners. They can agree or do not agree on. And during this process, those partners will reach out to you. And for sure, you will discuss the terms with them anyhow.
Okay. So, I mean,
the thing is, for instance, like if you have a specific product that your competitor is offering, like a CPI to publishers, and then the CPI that he's offering is much higher than the one that you're offering. So you need to get something that can compete with him. So then you lose those partners. And if in your industry a specific product is used to pay on a CPC only, and then you only want to do on a CPA, it's going to be hard for you to get those publishers. So this is why you definitely need to have especially for a client to see to do a benchmark with his competitors, because otherwise you won't get any traffic. And this is something that happens a lot. Like they are clients, they don't have traffic, and then it's because of that, because the competition is doing something different from you that's more attractive to them as well.
Okay. Very true. Very true. Let's move on and see what.
Going different direction.
Yeah, that's right. Here on the right, you can see an Amazon's partner program. So basically, anyone can sign up for a partner program on Amazon, put their links on their websites on the blog, and start running ads and receiving revenue once the action or sale for Amazon case is confirmed. For Amazon, the partners receive a small commission for each sale they bring. And how do they promote? Basically, with all possible options. Click on the link down below. Have you heard about it? So sounds familiar? Yep, that's a YouTube blogger putting some link to his website, which will lead through a tracking system to a partner program, and they will receive commission once you made a purchase. Of course, those promotion channels may vary. So they use social media, search engine marketing, anything they have. So that looks pretty convenient, but as Rafa said, it's the competition is something you should be careful here with. So you should provide partner with the most competitive terms that they will put their traffic to your partner program, but not anybody else. As for Amazon, it's easy to sell for them. So it's not just the price they put there. It's like a well-known brand. It's easy to sell. But if you put like some not very well-known online store, what you can do, you can enlarge the attribution window from 30 days to like 45, increase the commission, make some tiers for the commission. Let's say you bring us 1,000 deals this month, we pay you 10%. You bring 5,000 deals next month, we'll increase it to 15%. And in this kind of case, there will be more partners join the program. And something you should always do is track and optimize your partners. So with analytical tools like Affise, for instance, you can track each partner and their performance, and according to their performance, you can ban them if they do not perform or they cheat, they provide you with some fraud activity, or otherwise you can reward those who perform well, like I've just said. And moreover, today with the nowadays tools, you can do a lot of it automatically. But I believe Rafa will share a bit more about it. So Rafa, to you.
Maybe a question on the traffic channels.
Yeah.
Sure. On a macro level, what would you say are the most popular ones?
What do you mean on the macro level? Like globally?
Yeah, globally. Yeah. So what would you say are the key channels that drives the most affiliate?
It really depends on the product. If we say e-commerce, I would say that search engine marketing is still number one. Then we go to deals website, coupon website, cashback websites. Maybe you heard some about them. So you make a purchase, then you get some money back. So these are like top notch, except for the content. Then there is content, blogs, videos, and so on. If we go to like mobile marketing, app installs, I believe Facebook still does pretty good. it's getting more expensive to promote there, but it still does pretty good. And of course, there are like number of partners and networks in-app traffic providing you. So there are tons of options. It really depends on the product.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Rafa, I gave you over the reins of the presentation. So
all right. Let me try to change here. All right, so those are the challenges that I saw. Actually, I have been working on the agency side as well, like especially when I moved to a little bit before moving to Berlin, like I was working agencies in Brazil. And this is pretty much the challenge that I faced when I was working with our customers, right? And when we don't have a platform to help you, when you don't have a partner program. So usually overall clients market activities, that's something that if you don't have a platform to help you to analyze where the traffic is coming from, it's hard for you to scale with those clients. Something that also Michael was saying a little bit before, can be like email marketing, can be like Facebook, can be social. So this is something that's very important for us. And this is very related to lack of data. So most of the clients, you don't want to be bothering the client with data. Hey, send me that, I need that. And it's important that you have this data yourself. And with that, actually jumps to the fourth point, proactivity. This is something that is really important when working as an agency. You bring the problem before the client brings to you. So this is why proactivity is really important. And having those tools, you can having your own partner program, you can predict that and talk to your customer before saying that, okay, I had this problem, we solved. Oh, by the way, I see also this opportunity, not just on a problem facing, but also on opportunity level. I saw this opportunity here. We decided to scale up these traffic sources based on that. And your client will be much happy with that. And this includes with market share as well. Having a partner program enables you to reach out to partners all over the world. So sometimes you get requests. I had like that in Brazil, that my customer, he wanted to expand to Latin America. And we didn't have a presence in Latin America, but our partners had. So we start scaling like Argentina, Mexico, and then we also tried Europe, but Europe that time it was way more, it was a developed market compared to Latin, so it for us was harder, but you can do those occasional tests like a worldwide. So this is, and also, especially for agencies when you have like a small team as well, and usually, especially on my industry, I see like a very high turnover in terms of people. When you have your partner program, you have all the data on your side as well. It's you don't lose you don't track on data when someone leaves the company or someone is sick or someone is on vacation. So you have all the data yourself. So you always have those cases like if someone leaves and then you lose the accounts. It's not like back in the like a madman style that you lose the account, you lose the client. But like of course it's much quicker for you to turn over that as well. So it's really important to get this data to you. So it's that's something that was the challenge that I faced working as an agency.
So you mentioned, Rafa, one interesting thing probably. So you said that some markets or regions are more developed than the others. Which markets would you say are the most developed, and which are the ones that are the least developed in the world?
I mean, the example that I mentioned, it was specific for mobile contact activities. And that time, Europe was more developed because there was more rules. There was more like I'll say legality in terms of like how you could subscribe a user to the mobile content. In Latin America, there was a little bit like a Wild West, so everyone was converted. So it was, and then the market has to adapt. So for us, when my client want to go, it was usually all the European clients were coming to Latin America because they saw that they were doing that already. They say, okay, we have an opportunity to make money there. And in that case, it was a specific client that want to go from Brazil to Europe. And then that was developed for that particular product. But if you talk about affiliate in general, US still has the biggest share in terms of affiliate programs. But we see like we see that's getting a bit more balanced as well. If you get like Europe now, China, like Latin America as well. But if you get on a market share perspective, US is still the biggest one. for lead generation.
Markets are growing the fastest than you would say.
I would say definitely like Europe. It's growing. See for the next maybe 4 or 5 years, Latin will play. I don't want to play the Latin guy here trying to sell my region, but I think like Latin America is still growing a lot, and because we still have Latin America still have the CPC CPM mentality for the agencies, so slowly for the last 10 years, slowly they are switching to CPI for mobile and then CPI and so on.
Okay, gotcha.
But I think China plays a huge. He plays very.
It is
really
a huge
good,
market.
actually. Yeah,
But it's pretty developed. I'd put in the growing market Southeast Asia, like Malaysia, Thailand,
yeah,
Korea. These
APAC,
guys are
yeah.
growing really fast right now.
Yeah,
And I guess there's also a multitude of key differences between all these markets, right? Because I would assume that China is so much different to Japan, say, right? So
yeah. For us, I tried once to go into Japan, and it was pretty much. Also, we had to have like one person in Japan to make the sales as well, because they just don't want to make a deal with someone else. I mean, also it's easier. With 3 years ago, we tried to go to South Korea as well, and we had the South Korean speaker, so it's a native. So it makes a huge difference. Like every market is different. It's hard to say. It's unique. Every single one is unique. And the next slide. So the benefits. So also this is where again I try to put the perspective when I was working for an agency as well. So the benefits that I saw when I was using a partner program is definitely transparency is one of them. So you exactly know where the traffic is coming from, and not just like on a macro level, like a social email market, but like which are the partners that are bringing those and which ones you can scale. And the key that I see definitely automation, because automation / fraud prevention is what helps you to scale in a smart way and prevent issues with your customer. Like you see, for instance, like if you're running like a regular display campaign and there is like a incentivized traffic coming, what can happen? You can set rules that automatically you're gonna block those traffic right away, so you don't get to a point that your client will receive like undesired like leads or installs. And the same you can do on a positive way for ROIs as well. So like something that Michael also mentioned earlier. So you can your publishers can be rewarded by bringing like a better quality. So you can track pretty much all the aspects. So if it's like a mobile gaming campaign where you track not just the install, but you track like which levels the user is going through the game. Also, if the user is spending money, and you can reward the traffic source that bring a specific KPI that you set for them, and then you can give him like a higher payout. Back in the days as well, when I was running it was a CPA campaign as well. I was running for $1 CPA, and I had like 1,000 installs a day, which we changed the bid to 1.3. It went to 10,000. So we can also test those things. So that's pretty cool when talking about automation. And when driving lead generation as well, it's pretty much we are like also something that Michael mentioned before as well. Like you have other people doing the job for you, so that's good. You have the partners running the campaigns for you, and one thing that's very interesting, like the first company that I worked for, like we didn't have like a social media department. The market team was just 2 people, and we had our own partner program, and we are paying on a revenue share, and we allowed them. That time there was no Facebook, but there was Google AdWords. So we allow them to run campaigns on Google, including with brand bidding. That's nowadays something that customers should not allow. And then we saw that we had a lot of partners making a lot of money on Google. And then I said, okay, so that's interesting. So maybe we can do it better. So then you can see that partners are doing that, and then you develop your own team to do social media internally, and then you start opening this side of the business as well. and sometimes you can partner with email market companies that you don't have a database yourself, but they do have a database, a different database that different type of customers that are not working. So then you can see like a different kind of clusters of users that you can reach out to. And one thing that I always like to mention is about referral program. Like it's like one people spreading the good news to 10 more people that go to 20 more people. So you can also create your own referral program that it's you are going to reward like partners by referring other partners to you. So this is something that's very common when having a partner program. So this is like something that's really nice to have it.
Agrees.
Yeah, exactly. So it's we did have a lot of, I mean, most of the because for instance, like one of the best type of publishers that I saw it was media buyers that were when the mobile applications exploded. And media buyers was usually individuals, 17 years old, 18 years old guys buying traffic on Facebook, Google, on DSPs. And when they saw, okay, this company is really good, they were referring to other friends, and that was we call it the super affiliate guys. And then they say, oh, he has a good partner program, so let's refer him to another one, to another one, to another one. And then when you saw we were working with like 18 years old kids, and let's put like, now I feel like older saying that, 18 years old guys that actually they are millionaires nowadays because they were just media buyers, like and they were referred to other than the other guys. So this is actually really good for you to, in a company perspective as well, to invest on that.
A question here, Rafa. Do you think there are like key differences between mobile and desktop? What are they?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like in the way that they are like, I mean, obviously, like a mobile it still plays like most of the share right now, but like, but still, I was talking to a company the other day as well. Like he was telling me like a lot of people are investing on mobile that they still forget there's still desktop. So there's also like you should not close your eyes for desktop yet. But like but there are key perspectives when you're talking about fraud prevention as well, which partners can be working on desktop or on mobile. Those are different type of partners. This is something that talking to, for instance, like in Latin America, I still see a lot of partner programs for like those diet type of products, like those acai power diet, like that people still buy that. And they are mainly desktop and email marketing, for instance, on desktop. And one thing that I didn't realize is a lot of partners that are doing email marketing, they start slowly as well doing email marketing just for mobile users. But then you have to adapt, because like when you do like a landing page or something for desktop, it has to be a bit different from you need to adapt for the mobile version as well. So there are different for sure.
Okay. But I guess when you're driving traffic via mobile and then say, users convert on desktop, I guess there's still a relatively significant.
Yeah, you can track that. We can do like cross device. Yeah.
Oh, you got it. Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
I know that I think it was a topic definitely over the years, but I think now pretty much I think everybody is doing that pretty well. So that's why I want to make sure we cover this as well. Fantastic.
Cool. I think in terms of the presentation, this is it. Yeah. So we can open to the Q&A.
So thank you, Rafa, and thank you, Michael. Let's go over to our Q&A. So we're getting quite a few questions here, and let's see what we have. Give me a second. So question number one from somebody who's anonymous. So I'm a brand and I've run partner programs, but I struggle to scale them. What would you suggest?
All right. So, I mean, there are a lot of things that we can suggest that we definitely need to understand something that we mentioned before as well, like to see which product he has and try to investigate what his competitors are doing. And if he's not able to scale, on a very raw perspective right now, we need to consider the way that he's paying his partners. He needs to consider what model he's doing, and he needs to change it. Can be a payout problem, can be a payout method, So he needs to definitely to investigate that. And there is also a third option that I always see that I don't know, it can be also a problem on tracking. We also need to see that. That's also the you know, not consider that.
Fantastic.
Like you gotta win the competition, like we said, but it's like in every product, your partner program is like a product. So you have to sell it right, but you also have to advertise it right. So you have to reach out to those partners. There are a number of tools, including Affise, that can help you to reach out to partners and scale your partner programs like that.
Yeah. Then another question. This is for you, Raf. It goes, Raf, it sounds like I could use affiliates to launch my business in new markets / countries. Is that a good use case for something like Affise?
I'm not sure if I understood the question actually.
So I think say I guess you're saturated and you want to explore new markets, right? So
you
have a good presence domestically. You want to take a low risk approach, and you want to experiment. Activating, let's say, affiliates via Affise for your brand.
Yeah, so we do have a marketplace where we can help with the introduction on that as well. As usually, the good thing about working with other networks is that they are not specific just for one country. So if what can be hard for other networks if it's a different type of product, but one is a market specific, should be easy to scale, and they can also give you feedback how that country in particular is. But I also got some back in the days as well, networks saying that, okay, I don't know anything about this country, but let's try. I had a case, also very important as well. I had a case of a publisher once that we wanted to go to. I don't remember exactly the name of the which country was it, but he tried to run and he's like, oh, it's not working for me. But in the end, he set the country wrong because the initial he confused, I think, with I don't know if he confused China with Switzerland. I don't know if it was that because so you also need to be also if they say it's not working, again, need to see why it's not working. And but definitely the network working. We do have a marketplace that can help, and we also work with a lot of networks that can also help with to introduce as well.
Yeah. Fantastic. Again, another question for you, Rafa. You're popular.
Is all my friends asking questions here?
Specifically about LATAM. So would you say that LATAM market, as a market, has a tendency to follow what the US is doing? So I guess whatever US is happening in the US, we should expect that in LATAM.
I think so. I mean, I can talk about maybe. I don't know if I say in behalf of all Brazilians, but there is a tendency to follow what US is doing in terms of a user as well. If the diet products started strongly in the US and came to Latin America, there is a lot of lead generation campaigns that still works here a lot that came from the US mentality. And I think it's also the companies in the US, they see Latin as a good opportunity as well. And I think the tendency is there. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Another question from João Levinas. In terms of growth, how would you rate, again, LATAM as a market as opposed to US and Europe?
Okay, it's a lot of Latin question, I think. I definitely see the growth is definitely lower than Europe and US for sure. I mean, it's not that big as the other regions.
Question from Kelvin. How do you recommend to promote and advertise partner program to get more affiliates to know about it?
There are tons of ways you can do it. First of all, you should put it on your website. This is the first thing you can do. Put it down, just light in your footer, put their affiliate programs, because affiliates, when they look for a program, they're looking for some e-commerce websites. They go there, they see, all right, this guy have an affiliate program, I can reach out. Then you can use tools like I've said before, like Affise has a tool called Affise Reach, which can you reach out to partners if you're an advertiser, and for partners you can reach out to brands. So we build this kind of communication between both sides. And you can attend forums, affiliate forums. They're really, really popular. Provide your
I think we lost him.
I think we lost him for a bit. We lost him somewhere on around affiliate forums. Maybe Rafa, you can here. What are the examples?
No, so affiliate forums, like, okay, Michael, you're back.
Am I low?
You're back.
You're back.
Right.
We lost you on the affiliate forums.
Yes.
Forums. Yeah.
Okay, so shall I continue, or you guys already covered it?
Nope.
No, go ahead.
All right. So I just mentioned affiliate forums, so many other ways you can do it. First of all, you should bring, like any affiliate marketing, you said, you should bring your brand up first. So use social engine marketing yourself, grow your Facebook page, just increase your brand awareness first, then your affiliate program will be more favorable for partners to run, because they know they will may help you drive sales easily through their blogs. Because once you're a no-name brand at all, nobody bought from you, just as a blank website, no visitors, it will be really hard for affiliates, let's say, put your name on a blog and sell it, because nobody heard about it. It will be much easier once you have already, at least if I Google your name, I'll find something. And then sure, you can reach out to partners, like I said before.
And also being a brand as well, one thing that we did, like we in my previous company, like it was a job website, and then we divided like affiliates networks. So the affiliate, it was like Max said, like bloggers, and they are like smaller guys, but if you have like 1,000 smaller guys bringing one sale per day, is 1,000 sales per day. Mm-hmm. So we should also differentiate that, like ad networks and the small bloggers. And usually those small bloggers, they are the ones that are open to payment terms that the networks are not. So if a network wants to have CPI, the blogger can work on a revenue share, because his audience is going to be much more targeted, and he knows on a long term he'll start getting more money as well from that. So we should open both possibilities.
Mm. A question from Tanya: in what spheres or verticals you think partner marketing is a must channel? Or maybe also the vice versa question: maybe which verticals, definitely is not a good investment. Mm-hmm. Maybe you have some insights on that.
No, I think it depends on what you want to do. I mean, like if you're like a brand, I mean, like you should believe in your product. Doesn't matter if you're doing gambling or, I don't know, selling ice, you should do it. But like if it's like an agency or like a network, like what I see, like for mobile, for instance, gaming is pretty strong. Like travel is very strong. E-commerce is really good. Dating. It's a lot of possibilities, I do believe. So it's really depending what your network is capable of. But for instance, when I was working for an agency, so I got a request for an app that was helping users to find spots to recharge their car, the electric cars. And when I got those requests, I said, guys, I don't think that's gonna work. I mean, like we're gonna get maybe 2 or 3 installs a month, and your customer is gonna leave after. So we need to, we need to also know how to say no as an agency. Sometimes it's tough, or try to get a different perspective as well. So we need to see like which product is actually mature in the market to start running campaigns.
Fantastic. A question from Shirayo, I believe I'm pronouncing maybe correctly or not. Feel free to correct me. We are into a B2B industry, and we offer a service. We currently only have a website, but we don't have a mobile app. How do you think we could use affiliate programs? And our target market is India.
Well, first of all, I think there is like no necessity to use such a channel as a partner marketing to have an app. It's not necessary, but it will increase your reach for sure, especially in such a country as India, where mobile usually is over desktop. Mm-hmm. But affiliate marketing for B2B is a bit more tricky as a B2C one. So it's limited in channels, I believe. and the payout system differs a bit. So what I would recommend is to research, make a specific research on your product in the market, use your competitors, and see if they have affiliate programs, first of all, because we do not know what B2B service you provide. See with those affiliate programs, and then you can build your own on that kind of a competition. And that would be my suggestion.
An anonymous question that we have right now. Fraud is a major concern for us. Is there a way we can reduce this and control the traffic using your platform? So I guess that's Affise.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that I mentioned on the slides as well. Like it's all about automation, and you need to know first. You need to know your customer. It's when running a campaign for a gaming campaign, for instance, you need to understand every single step of the KPIs that he's tracking. For instance, if a customer tells you like it's impossible for a user, a gaming company, playing, like if you're selling Candy Crush, it's impossible for him to reach level 100 after 3 or 4 days, and then you see those KPIs reaching, you can automate a way to saying, okay, if level 100 after the specific threshold is XYZ, block this type of traffic. And the same with high or very low conversion rate. So you can set several tiers of automation to help you to block those channels, and you block it before even your customer to see. So it's that's definitely the key when having your own partner program. That's definitely the key for you to have to avoid like problems with your customer, and consequently he's going to leave you at some point.
Another question from Kelvin. This was, I think, answered, but maybe you can add something to this. How can you scale the partner program in terms of growth?
Like he said, in terms of growth, we developed on the question how to reach out to partners, I believe. But if you have an existing partner program running well, but you need more sales, I think what you got to consider is your strategy, like what Rafa mentioned like a couple times before, your payouts to publishers. Maybe you should consider attribution windows, or like tiers I mentioned before, like reward those who perform well and motivate partners to provide you more sales. So they should be motivated to run ads specifically for you, because every partner has limited amount of traffic which he distributes among brands. So make sure this partner who performed well for you will deliver all the traffic he has exactly to your program.
Fantastic. A question from anonymous attendee. As a network, how can Affise favor me in terms of managing existing campaigns? And what is the main Affise USP for a network?
So do you want to start, Mike, or should I?
Yeah, it's up to you.
Sure. I mean, I'm just get the. I think I lost the beginning. I mean, for us, in terms of something that I was mentioned 2 questions before as well, like we have several features and tools that doesn't just help you to manage your campaigns. I mean, it helps you to manage your campaigns, but also like to help you on fraud automation. This is something that is the key. And when I say fraud automation, is also on both ways, on a negative and a positive way. On a positive way, you can reward like your partners if he goes into a specific threshold of KPI, and then it's gonna grow. And we do have other products inside our platform as well. That one is called like a CPA API as well. That it can connect with several other networks that are connected with you. Open you to several other channels of networks, and it doesn't get uncontrolled, because you can still set those automations to help you to not scale on a disorganized way. So this actually, it's something that we can definitely help you as well. And I will see that that's one of the main features that we do have that can help you guys to grow.
Actually, it's such a huge question that I believe the best answer would be just to go to affise.com and schedule a demo, and we'll spend like exactly 32 more minutes talking to specific features of our product may help your specific company.
Exactly, because also like we also need to see like it's a very broad question, because what we like to do as well to see what's your need, and we make it happen, this need. So
Sure.
we are very flexible as well, even though like if a specific customer has a feature that's under development for us and that's a must, we speed up the process and make it happen. So this is what we I mean, I don't want to sound like a sales guy here, but but I'm sounding like one. But it's we try to keep it still our startup mentality, even though we're like a very big company in terms of being close to our customers, like a new existing one. So and we make it happen. So this is how we feel.
You're actually saying, Rafa, you're a very big company. Where do you have offices or key locations of yours?
Right now, the headquarters in Lithuania. We do have an office in Belarus, Moscow, right, Michael, in Russia?
Opening right now.
Opening in Moscow. China, we have that already. India, Berlin, it was the most recent one, and Israel as well. But we have like local as well, local sales guys as well in Ukraine, Portugal.
You have in America?
Not yet. It's on the roadmap.
Okay, fantastic. So some other questions. One question from Maxim. A question is around, so say when there's a brand that just does offline marketing and suddenly wants to, I think, transition to online and start with an affiliate program. Let's imagine he'll go with Affise as a product. What should be his next step? And there's a follow-up question to that is where can they get the affiliates, assuming they've been offline. Probably.
I mean, the first challenge that you have if you're going to move from offline to online is to forget everything that you learn about offline. I think that's not forget everything, but it's totally different game. If he's going to be using Affise specific, the best way for him to get the networks is using Affise Reach or CP API. So those are the two products that we do have that can connect easily with other networks. And we can do, like we say in the football in Brazil, like we can do the midfield to happen the goal for you that, so we can help with the intro. But it's a totally different game. What I love about online marketing as well is everything's trackable. You can test a lot, and then you can scale. You also need to make sure to have a specific budget that's going to be for testing. And if it doesn't work, you should not stop. You should try to understand why it didn't work and try it again. There's a lot of companies that I saw that they tried a little bit on Instagram, and he has a bad maybe an agency did a bad consultancy to him, and then he just got some likes on Instagram, and then it's okay, online doesn't work. But like you need to have your strategy very, very clear as well, and keep testing. That's how you're going to scale from 1,000 to 5,000 to 10,000 to 300,000. This is how we did it at Google. Like I mentioned before, like we had partners running for us campaigns on Google, and then we saw that we could do that ourselves, and then we start spending 30,000 a month, and then like in 2 years we grow to 300,000 a month. So it's all about testing.
Fantastic. Question to both of you, Rafa and Michal. What's better in your opinion in the long run for brands? Is it to create an affiliate program and support it yourself in-house, or you're better off outsourcing it over to an agency?
I'd say it depends on what your capabilities are. So let's say you're Amazon or somebody like that. Probably you can handle an in-house agency for yourself and make it run pretty smoothly. But if you are just a beginner and you have like 1-2 marketeers doing basic marketing for you, probably you may outsource it to an agency. However, with affiliate marketing program is not that hard to be managed when you are small at the same time, because you have not that many partners and conversions to track. But and with Affise or any tool like Affise, you can track it like in one window, pretty easy, pretty smoothly, user friendly, and so on. But still, if you want to grow and you don't have an in-house team, probably you can outsource it to an agency who will do it even better.
And there's a follow-up to that actually question. Would there be any difference, let's say, between US and China in particular is the question here?
Well, that will be a huge question, because as we talk about China, I would separate two products in affiliate marketing: those who are from China and selling outside of China, and those who are from China and selling inside of China. So if we're speaking about inside of China, there is like a huge competition market, and which is basically divided by the famous or infamous bet, Baidu, Alibaba, Tencent. They own their subsidiaries, agencies who run traffic for them. They have their own tracking systems who track everything for them, and it's just another world. But when we're speaking about products from China selling outside of China, this is something where agencies can usually help, because the Chinese affiliate programs, when they do it themselves, they lack the language, they lack some mental expertise, they lack some local market expertise. So basically, when a Chinese product going to US, let's say some e-commerce website selling clothes, they would hire an agency to run affiliate program for them. That's what happens a lot.
Okay. A question from Vinod. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correct as well. If you are a course creator and you're selling your programs online, can Affise help with that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say that there's a lot of like course creator guys that are selling their online courses, and I see, based on my experience as well with other individuals doing that, it's definitely a must for him to have his own partner program and pay and reward their affiliates based on a percentage of the course that's sold, and we can definitely help on that.
Fantastic. Anonymous question. First question for me. It says something around great webinar. Thank you. Frank, can you explain your product and what it can do for marketing / advertising agency that has less than 50 clients presently? Would your product help me to maintain my client base as well as increase it? So here at Whatagraph, we also have a platform, but the purpose of that platform is to aggregate data from all possible channels out there. So whether that's Google, Facebook, TikTok, you name it. And within literally a couple of clicks, you could be fetching the data, where we have built native integrations by API with all of those platforms out there. So essentially think of us as Google v2.0, essentially really dead simple and really beautiful, and can be fully white labeled, where usually clients and predominantly agencies that we work with right now, they would pay us a X, and then they charge their clients 2X or 3X per month. And so they make a very healthy profit margin, where naturally the brand assumes that it's their own piece of technology, which it isn't. So there's always a vendor involved. So we power that experience. And there's a multitude of reasons why they end up partnering with us as well. So it doesn't just generate profit, but it also helps you to increase spend from the clients. It helps with client retention, and it actually helps you to bring on board new clients. So if you want to have a more kind of in-depth discussion about that, feel free to find me on LinkedIn. I will be happy to kind of guide you through and also demo you the platform. And there's anonymous attendee as well. How quickly can we set up an affiliate program using Affise?
It's more about how quickly can you think of your affiliate program. Basically, with Affise, it will take you minutes. But to make it work properly, you should consider your market. You should make your homework. You should make research. You should bring your brand first, and then build an affiliate program. But speaking like soft-wise, or how many time you need to spend on a Affise platform to create an affiliate program, it's literally minutes.
Okay. But I would say, what's the average maybe number of weeks or months until you're kind of not fully successful, but relatively successful with Affise?
It depends on what you do. If you're starting from blank, it's not about Affise. It's about affiliate marketing as it is. So it will grow gradually. It will not happen at once. And it depending on what product you promote, what product you sell, it will take different amount of times. For instance, for B2B, it will take much longer than for like some neutral products. But speaking. Once again, speaking just technically, it will take you just literally minutes. But once again, you need to do research, fill it out, reach out to partners. That will also make time, will take time. But with Affise, you can do it quickly because we have like our Affise Reach that will help you reach it out to partners. So it really depends on you and product you sell. Affise time is really, really not limited to, I mean, not really that large.
And even though the integration is quick as well, we do give like a 30 days free trial for everyone. So for during those 30 days, it's the time that we use to help with all the integration, troubleshooting and make it happen. But the integration itself is quite quick.
Okay. A question for you, Rafa, from Zhao. What would you say are the most popular or most used social media apps in Latam?
Facebook, Instagram, like, and I see. I mean, I can tell like based on my niece that like I see like she's on TikTok like crazy right now. But like I'll say still Facebook, but and also if you consider that's kind of a polemic one, but if you consider as a way of advertising, WhatsApp, if you consider that. So this is how actually the elections, the last president in Brazil won the elections was because of WhatsApp. But I think the way that's done is more like a spam type of way. So that's why I say it's a bit of a polemic. But right now, Facebook is still. I see for my friends as well. Facebook is still like the biggest one, also for more older audience, but it's moving towards more and more younger audience to Instagram and younger to TikTok.
Okay, and the final question for this webinar from Tatiana. If we talk about mobile, where campaigns go on and off constantly, what tools can I use not to lose that valuable traffic?
So to lose that, because if the campaign is it's going on and off, to not lose the traffic, I mean, there's one thing to not, I'll say on an agency perspective, you need to think as well to not lose the client, to not go and off all the time, but you need to understand the reason for that. But on the traffic side, you always need to be sure to have like a replacement offer for that. So if the traffic is being done automatically as well, the replacement offer, it will go to this, if the traffic, because of can be daily cap reached, because some clients work with a daily caps, daily budgets, so you need to have a replacement all the time. And I think that's the best way for not to lose the traffic. But again, you need to see as well which traffic source you're talking about. If it's a media buyer, for him, he won't be happy to have a replacement offer if the payouts is lower. So you need to be careful of that. If it's like an email marketing campaign that it cannot have a replacement offer because the email market itself, it's an email market. So then it goes to a different type of offer. It's a bit problematic. So you need to make sure like which traffic source you're talking about. But I think on a very easier way to say, you need to have a replacement and you need to have always a plan B as well, because not just budgets, but can be tracking link breaks or happens to a client in the middle of the night, just switch off, can happen. So you need to have a replacement but be careful with which offer you're replacing to. It has to be as much similar as possible.
I think
that's how I see it.
To be replacing with a similar offer. So that can be, I think, a challenge in itself as well. So fantastic. Well, gentlemen, really appreciate your time spending. And there were a ton of questions that we've got from the audience, which is fantastic. That just shows how good you are and how hungry our attendees are. From behalf of myself and Whatagraph here, I think it was a fantastic conversation. I think we've learned a lot. We'll follow up with everybody after the session. There'll be recording. It's already available on YouTube as well because we're live streaming currently. So yeah, any follow-ups? How can people find you, Rafa and Mikhail?
So I mean, we can access affise.com as well, and you can find on LinkedIn. I'm there as well. Like although Rafael de Carvalho probably they're like a 20 million in Brazil, but definitely
only one at Affise, I guess.
All you want at Affise. I don't want in Germany. No, maybe 2 in Germany, maybe. But it's and we are going to be at for those that are in Barcelona right now. We're going to be on the Mobile World Congress from Sunday on for the whole week, and it's good to see a presential event again. So it's and you can also find us there, and we are going to be present pretty much all the online events, and that's going to happen this year.
And for you, Mikhail?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Go to affise.com to learn more about Affise and me and Rafa. And as for personal connection, I believe Facebook and LinkedIn. LinkedIn preferably will be the best place to reach out.
Fantastic. Awesome, gentlemen. Wishing you a great rest of the day.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.